Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we are just coming out of the winter of 1981-1982, and at the moment I'm just waiting for the snow to clear. But while we're doing that, I'll just give you an update of the current situation. Up here in our farming area, what I've done is I put in lots of small fields with the view to improving the production in this area, because I do need more crops, and hopefully these roads will get built before the sowing season is over. Now down here my rail track laying is going along very slowly, and if you watch the previous video, be aware that I decided that laying this track and connecting up to the customs shed is very much the way to go, and I still believe that. But I do have another idea which will explain this new addition since the end of the last video. What I've decided to do is get some gravel production out here for two reasons. The first reason is I think if I can get a medium gravel storage out here, so when I build the city out here, my trucks won't have so far to go to get gravel. The other thing I'm also thinking is that we're going to have an oil refinery here. If I show you in here, for some reason the chemical plant also needs gravel, and also of course the asphalt plant. So what I'm thinking is to get another asphalt plant out here based on an oil supply and oil refinery here. And while I was actually building this, I was suddenly thinking, well, I really need to ease the pressure down here. So what I'm thinking is that if I build an oil storage depot here, what I can do is start importing the oil by train and bringing it into this area here. And then what I might be able to do is ship the oil down to the oil refinery here. And of course, eventually we'll build a full-sized oil refinery here, along with a chemical plant and all that. So that is going to be very much the target that I'm going to be working towards. I say I'm not too sure exactly how things are going to go. But what I do feel I need to do is get a little bit more progress with the track laying here. At the moment, I'm kind of using existing steel at the moment, and we're down to, what's that, 18 tons. I'm not importing a ton. So we got 18 tons of steel in there and another 14 tons of steel in there. So to build that is going to take 15 tons of steel, and then we're going to come out here, round here. So what I'm considering is I switched off the importation of steel here, and I'm just wondering whether I can turn this back on again. But what we're going to have to do is drop this right down to, say, 10%, because I don't really want to spend a lot of money here. So if I can keep this at 10%, actually, you could probably go to 20% actually. Let's push that to 20. So that might work. And the other thing I'm also wondering is whether I can steal some steel from here, because we got 2 tons here, but at the same time I need to keep some of my existing projects going. Now the city is turning out to be a bit of a problem, because I've got back to 228. Let's speed the game up now. I mean, I just can't keep expanding the city, because at the moment the food situation is a little bit shaky. I mean, we are producing crops and we have got food in here. What I did do is reduce the amount of electronics being imported, because that is becoming a major cost. Let me just show you here. So if I show you the electronics here, we're paying 7,000 for where is it? No, we're paying 8,000 for electronics. So I may have to starve my population a little bit with electronics. I'm currently working on this conveyor belt system, but what I might do is, once this section's built, I might stop, because I think we're getting more than enough gravel delivered to here to keep the rail network going. I mean, truthfully, what I need is a bit of a more efficient track laying machine. But the other thing I'm also doing over here is building another apartment block in this area. I know I wasn't going to expand this, but what seems to be happening is I don't get the population down here at the moment to keep this going. So what I'm hoping is a new apartment block here. One will take some of the population overflow, and two, it might actually help with the production in this area. So I want to check. I mean, we still got plenty of crops here being delivered. I've also built another silo here, and I can't remember if I've actually added this to the. I think what we'll do is we'll rename you. What's it? Bowl grain overflow. And just make sure this has been added to here. Yep. So at the moment I've got it on load, but once we get into the harvesting season, we'll try and get any other surplus put into there. So my strategy going forward is going to be very much to do with building the essential buildings, focusing on the railway, and once the snow is gone, it seems to be lingering a little bit longer this year than normal, is plan my oil import area here and possibly the other buildings around this area to do with an oil industry. So that's the idea. So just have a quick look. Construction office. We've got a large aggregate storage here. So what I'm thinking is that if I put in, say, a large aggregate storage here, far enough away that, say, at an angle like that, so that I can then put in a loading bay and other items in here. But we have to do a little bit of road sculpture work here. The snow's finally disappearing, thank goodness. And the track is being laid. And so I say, hopefully we will get this worked out pretty well. So we're now back to nice screen so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, and the other thing, just to give you an update, let me just scan across the map here. The bridge over here is still progressing. We got a long way to go, but I do really need to think that the focus has got to remain on this area here. So just keep an eye on things. You see this queue here. As I say, I think the only way I'm going to reduce this queue is by getting trucks out here. If I can get these oil tankers out that are in, well, they're actually selling fuel, but these ones importing fuel will make a difference. So let's just, while things are building up, let's just see if we can plan what I want here. What I'm thinking is to, what am I thinking? I think what I want to do is get an oil loading, unloading rail terminal here, and then we're going to have a tanker. So maybe something like that. If I put the tanker depot in, actually maybe if I go like that. So if we put in something maybe fairly close to the tracks, like that, and then let's see if we can put in the what we're going to need is something maybe just up like that. That would then connect to there, and what I want to do is leave enough space above to put some export tanks in as well. Maybe if we go like that, and then what we'll do is we'll hook in the track here. What I want to do is come off about here. There's a junction there. Actually no, this is quite long, isn't it? So if I come off about here like that and run you up into there, and you in like that. Of course we're going to need to put a little bit of a crossover there. I'm not going to complete that just yet because I want to plan the rest of this. What I would like to do is possibly get a road out under here Oops, cancel. Oh, right. I get a road out here. And get you to curve round here, and you into there. Quite happy with that. And I think this road will have to come out this way round. So we got an oil tank there. Now the fun bit is I've got to get an oil pipeline over to here, because if you imagine I'm going to put an oil refinery here, what we got to do is get an oil pipe out here, and can I get it under that conveyor? I suppose the only way we're going to find out is by doing it. Oh, did that turn green? Okay, let's just trim this back. And trim that back a bit there. Oops. Oh. Get that there. Will that? Oh, that will go underneath. So if I drop that down, there. So we're just going to put that there. Wait. Okay. For some reason, these guys are building these roads. Wait, you're meant to be building up here. Oh no, they've actually finished it. It's the only one that's left is this one up here. Wow, they've done a really fantastic job up here. And we're actually sowing as well. I don't know. I mean, we've still got crops here. Which distribution office is this? Oh, no, on the distribution office. Where are you? Oh, it's this distribution office. How many covered trucks have you got? Can't see if the I think we've only got the one covered hole up here. Wow, are you keeping these guys? Let me just check this route. What are you delivering crops to? Who are you delivering crops to? Okay. Let's just increase this to 90% then. Maybe not 90%. Okay. Which one is this one? Maybe we'll drop you to 30%. And just make sure. Yeah, you're the small barn here. So we're actually keeping the crops going there quite well. I'm very tempted by another covered hole here. What we got here? 9 tons of 6 tons, 8 tons, 10 tons. We're going to put you in there. So we can just make sure we can get these flowing down here. I think we might get away with this, to be honest. I mean, we got plenty of crops there, but then again, it's only March, so I better not get ahead of myself here. How's my rail track? I know you're doing a grand job, but I want you to be doing that. Okay, let me just I want you to go up that way. I'm going to finish that bit and then go up that bit. I don't want you going down here just yet. I want you to do that loop so that we can curve back that way. Let me just check this is built. And there's no one here, so what we can do is find the R over 21s. I'm still living with parents. It's always over here. They were there. Look at that. Got 15 here. So I'm just going to move you into here. Some educated ones in here as well. Out we go. Put a few more in. Right, you got 12 in here. So I don't really want to fill all these blocks up completely, but that might. So we got down to 151 now. Maybe we can put in a few more we can hook out from somewhere. I think there was some here as well. So, well, maybe we'll put another and some educated in. How are you doing? Well, they're going up this way, and what we need to do is make sure they go this way, not any other way. See, the money's dropping again. That's just what's causing that. I mean, I am seriously considering a loan. Yeah, electronics again, 79,000. It's those electronics purchases that really kill me. So we got this here, and we could landscape that. I think what I really need to do is plan where I'm going to put the oil refinery. Now there is a length on the pipes, so what I'm thinking is if we put a pumping station down here. Okay, let me just. I think we can use a normal pumping station, and if we go, that's the one, isn't it? So if I put a pumping station, say down here, no, actually, I mean, I'm toying with the idea of running a pipeline through here to this oil refinery. So if I can, say if I put a pumping station, say about there, and then of course we're going to have to bring this road out, which they're building when I didn't want them to build it. Okay. We'll just plan the road for the moment, and then that means they won't build it. What we'll do is pop this down. I think that would be okay. So we've now got the pumping station here, which we can then split off a potential oil line here, but we'd have to come through and build this. And then what we're going to need to do next is put in the oil refinery. Wow, that's big. I want to leave enough space here in case I need to run roads and pipelines up on the right hand side there. So maybe if we come, yeah, because what I could do is if I put in, so I put it in about there, and then what we can do is, I think again, put a small bus stop in, say, I trim that back a bit, actually, and we put a small, nope, just on that one, this one. We'll just get the bus stop, squeeze the bus stop in there, like that. And then we'll extend the road out like that. That means we can bring that in there, that in there. So we'll propose that. Right, these guys are doing really well at the moment. I mean, probably the truth be known is all my road crews are probably doing nothing at the moment because I'm not. We've got one unfinished road here which they're doing. Right, we've actually harvested these. I'm just wondering whether I can sneak in. I mean, they've literally sown all these areas here, so if I put in that and assign you to there. Because I'm determined to get all this area completely filled in. So we got that there. How are you doing? Right, so you got probably find we got a little bit of, so you've still got some steel here. I think what I might do is we're just going to add the steel mill here. So if I'm not using the steel to build things, I might as well use the steel to build the railway. We got this conveyor here, so what are you doing over here? Nothing. I think we're just going to let you just keep building this conveyor for the moment, because if you've got no other jobs you might as well be useful. But the trouble is I do need to keep an eye on the overall population here. 15 citizens without jobs. I mean, I do need to plan more housing here, but actually, I think what I might do is get this built. If I get this built, will that benefit me? Now, I think what we're going to do is, if my main road crew over here isn't got any jobs, okay, we are going to build another block of flats. Back to planning this area here. Now, eventually I'm going to have a rail line up here, which will come in here. So what I'm thinking is that I want this here coming into here. This would be my reserve tank to collect fuel when we first get this line built. In fact, I think I'm happy with the line, so we're just going to click that to make sure this guy's actually. Wait, what are you doing? I've got to watch these guys, watch them like a hawk here, because they're off building the wrong track. Then again, it's not a great loss the fact that he is building this, simply because eventually this is going to need to be built anyway. So, because what I'm thinking is that I'm going to have a single track down here, which we can then connect up the oil reserve with. And then eventually we'll use this to fill in the construction crew to fill in the gaps. Okay, back to here. Right, what I need now is another storage tank here. Right. I need it to take in fuel from that direction and distribute fuel from that direction. So say if I put this here, but what we'll have to do is put a pumping station there then, won't we? Because I want to run a fuel line, an oil delivery line up here that will connect to the plastics factory and the chemical factory. My instinct is to do it that way. But that means that so say if I do it at an angle like that, It's a bit messy, but maybe actually if I put this here like that, we'll just have to redo the pipelines. So we'll just put this here like that, and then I'm just going to get rid of these and demolish these. And then what we'll do is we'll bring the road up here, around here. I don't want it too close to the factory, and then this road can come in here. We actually will build that road, and then what I want to do is run you across to there, and then can I get you out here? Okay, let's bring you down a little bit further. You go over now. Yep. And we'll just connect you up to there. So that means we will get oil delivered here. It will come through this pipeline here to this pumping station, will be delivered to this terminal here, which will then send it into the oil refinery. It means eventually when we build a train unloading station here, the oil can be put into here, and we can also have an opportunity to maybe export the oil out that way. And then what it will mean is that this will come up that way, because the other thing I want to do is take we'll take a pipeline out of here, which will then go up here, because one of the catch-22 situations is, if I show you here, both the chemical plants and the plastics factory need oil. They don't actually need anything from the oil refinery here. So that's something you need to bear in mind. So, right, I think what we're going to do is assign you. Okay, can't be built yet. You need to finish that. I think we'll build the road through here, build the bus station, and I think that's about as much as I want to build there at the moment. How's my? Hey. Pause. I don't want you wasting time going up there. That is a bit of track that I've got absolutely no interest in. I'm interested in this bit, please. I mean, considering there's no auto research on, it's so where's 528? That's 528. What's 511? That's 511. Yeah, well, you can go. I don't want you building that at the moment. I want is you coming back here, connecting up to that, and then building up through here, and more building back here to the power substation. We actually do need to build this substation, don't we? Only needs 1.27 tons of steel, so maybe we can assign you. Ah, I got a fire. I got a fire. Where's the fire? We should be okay. My fire crews should be able to deal with that. And while we got a bit of a breather, let's just take stock of the current situation. Right, you've got 48 tons of crops there. You've still got the spare food coming in from there. I wonder whether I could possibly crops into the factory. I mean, I've got the money. Yeah, I think actually we got the trucks here, so I think what I am going to do is add. I mean, it's a little bit of a risk, but I think if we, I think if I deliver directly to that. What's the storage in here? 24 tons. So if I make this saying unload crops, we'll set you to 90%. Which one are you? Yeah, you're the small one. So you're the one that's actually bringing in the crops to here. And so you can stay on chemicals, and that might reduce my costs as well. I say it is a calculated risk. Are you actually delivering to here? This is small farm. Are you actually delivering to small farm? Unload. No. We may be in a situation where this granary actually fills up. Right, we've actually got this area here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a single covered hole, 2 covered holes for here. We got the money for it. And your job is going to be to deliver to here, unload here if it's more than, it's less than 50%, and I think we'll also set you up to collect from here if it's greater than 30%. And what we can do is start moving the crops down to here and fill that up, but eventually we may need a second silo up here. Although what I'll do is I'll wait for the crops, see when the crops come in and how it actually gets balanced. I don't think we actually got that much of this actually sown, did we? Before we actually run out. So you're probably going to need another tractor up here. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. I think what we will do is we can build a, wow. We'll build a gravel road through there and assign you to the bulk ground crew there. Oh, these are not assigned. Oh, that's a failure. There's no road connection to that field. What was a big failure here? What's this here? Okay, obviously I missed that one. Let me just check this now. Assigned. I'm sure somebody was going to put it in the comments that I'd missed them. But okay, everything else is looks like the tractors are actually still going out, so we may get away with that. How's the guys here? Okay, they're building there. Money's dropping again. Okay, right, we're out of steel now. Are you meant to be importing still? I told you to import still. Are you actually... Ha! Bit of a fail here. I forgot I clicked it to the wrong one. In some ways that saved me some money, isn't it? What is this one then? Thing open storage, medium. I thought you guys were delivering the prefabs. Okay, who's delivering the prefabs here then? Doesn't make sense. Okay, something's gone wrong here. Drayton small barn, grain, steel mill, fabric factory. For some reason that got deleted. Oh, that was a major fail. Oh well. Live and learn. That's all we can do. So how's the food situation here? Have we got any developing problems? Sports, enjoy culture. Over here, well, we can always check here, can't we? Oh, we've got a fire. Where's the fire? Okay. So our rail construction has been temporarily disrupted, but that's all we can do. Right, we've now got this built. This only needs a tiny amount of steel, so we'll assign you to the expansion crew. And then that means we can then build this road through up to here. In fact, now we'll build this first and then connect this in. And of course we need to connect this up, and so we can do a little bit of work there. So, you guys still working on that unfinished conveyor? Yep. And get that bit there, and then we can build this bit in, and then we no longer have to deliver gravel here. Okay. Just have a quick check of how progress is going on over here. I mean, we're making reasonable progress here. Say the big factor is concrete. I mean, we are shipping literally tons of concrete out here. As I say, that is a low priority task at the moment. We do need to build this warehouse eventually as well. So we're up to May. Okay. I was about to say that I might need an open hole here, but this open hole isn't doing anything. Probably everyone's queuing up over here again. Wow. Let's just check the fuel situation as well. Because I did have a problem with the fuel over here, but fuel is actually flowing quite nicely at the moment. Let's check. We've got 271 tons there. Okay, we are now starting to run out. We're in June, so we're okay. Well, kind of okay. Yeah, things are I think what you're going to have to do is stop exporting to small farm. I want all the crops in here because we've still got a month or so to go before. Although we've got a bit of surplus here. Just check. Yeah, I think we've got enough to be going on with. Let's have a look here. Yeah. Looks like we're getting a little trickle of steel in here that's pushing this along. I think what I will do is assign this because I want this line to come back this way. So if I assign you to here and give you that, and because what I want is this loop so that we can build back this way. This loop's going to be quite important. Yeah. So I've now corrected my mistake up here, but whether these crops will get close enough to being done will be cretaceous. We've got 196 tons in here, but again, we've still got time to go before the harvesting season starts. Right, we've got a lot more trucks being busy now. Right, we've got another block here, so that should have got rid of... still got 71. I suppose they're all still moving in. So, unable to visit culture. But then, these are new people, so they normally take a little while to settle down. Pub tavern without a job. Oh, actually, I haven't checked my coal situation at the moment. Yep, the coal situation is good. So all I can do now is just keep pushing my rail production here. I mean, if I've really got some money, I wouldn't mind putting the bigger rail construction job in there. Luckily with this, I'm not using any electronics. We'll just get this loop built. Right, this is finished, and we're going to assign you to that. Right, let's check the... Wow, looks like we're going to need another kindergarten. This is crazy. I suppose because I've got unemployed at the moment, another kindergarten isn't particularly that important, because I mean, people having to look after their children will just take up some of that unemployed, won't it? So, we've got 67 over 21s. I just wonder whether the over 21s are over here. So we'll just have a quick look. Oops. Nope. What? What if they're over here? Yeah, this block is too far away, so what we're going to do is relocate some of you over there. There's 4 there, 8 there. I mean, sometimes the residents aren't particularly that bright. Kindergarten's full. How about schools? Wow. Maybe we do need another school. I mean, I could put a school down here. So we got a cinema here. We could put a big school here. A school. Which one is it? Pen staff. This actually needs a road, and that might be an issue with respect to those power lines. This one doesn't need a road. I mean, I don't want to build any more houses out here, so I think maybe having another school here will make a difference. Actually, if we put it this way, that would give me the ability to expand out that way should I need it. I think if we put it, say, about here, and then just connect this up with footpath, and I'm going to take you to there, and we'll take you to there, and we'll just get another school in here. I mean, what's the education situation is, we got 3,460 people without an education, and as somebody pointed out in the comments, I mean, it does literally spin into these children here. Got a population of over 11,000. Wow. Okay. See, I can't get my money up that high, but it is probably down to the fact that we are... wow, okay. It did that and I wasn't paying attention. Where do you think you are building now? Yeah, you've got that bit built there. You're still finishing off that. So I've now got the loop round here. And the next job I want you to do is go this way. This is the inside track there, so I think, well, connection doesn't exist. I can't. Ah, because they can't get back to here. Okay. Yeah, we'll just let this run. Yeah, because they can't get to there. I think what we will do is... doesn't exist. Okay. Right, we're going to have to let them finish that bit there. Okay. Pause. Ooh. One thing I will say about Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, it is the ultimate micromanagement game. And what they're going to have to do is come up round here and go that way. Then what we're going to have to do is build to this point here. Buildings without a power supply. That's because we haven't laid in the power cables yet. So we need to assign this to... we'll put them onto this crew here. I don't think they're doing that much. I know some of you may think, well, why aren't you keeping all these construction crews maxed out? The honest truth is that at the moment it's about getting the best possible efficiency from what you've got. I think I'm going to build both these power cables in. So we'll assign you. And actually, right, this is nearly built. And once this is built, that will mean that this will be permanently filled with gravel. We've got 19 tons of steel in here at the moment. And that means that these dumper trucks, which are actively redundant already, and I think we're put one of you back onto here, because that's where I think I actually stole you from. Have you got any spaces? Yeah. We'll put you. Okay. Okay. Let's get this built. Waiting on mechanical components again. I think while that's happening, I think what we're going to do is I want to plan a little bit more here. Well, actually, what we're going to do is have a mod storage. Kind of thinking we need a road out here, so if I put one storage tank there, and then what we can do is get you to there, and then maybe take you out across like that, put you round to there, just build you in there, and then I mean, I'm being optimistic on in the sense that I'm hoping that I will be able to export both fuel and bitumen on this terminal here. So, and hopefully we will be able to get a pipe connection across here. It's going to be a bit tricky because sometimes the game doesn't like pipe connections there. So what we've got now is we've got our two possible export terminals here, our import one here, and so if we start producing a surplus of bitumen and fuel, what I can do is the moment I export from here, but what we might be able to do is start exporting from here once we've actually built the rail track. Ah, you're going the wrong way, idiots. That's because I took my eye off the ball. You're actually building on the wrong track. That's the track I want you to build. How much left have you got here? Oh, it only needs another 5.5. I think I'll just let him finish that because we do need to build it, but he's actually building down the wrong one. This is the track that I want him to build, because the idea is that we'll have a single line track through here running down here, and then what I'll be able to do is sneak the construction train down this one to double track it, and then the same going back the other way. But what I'm going to have to do, so never mind, that's the way it goes. I mean, it's all got to be built anyway, so it's not like it's the end of the world. So we've got that there. Right, let's think about what we actually need. We've got this here. Let me just check where's the pipe connections. Let's have a look here. Oh, we've got a pipeline out here. I'm just wondering whether should I get a, when we got 3 export terminals there, do I need one here? Now the issue is, if I'm producing fuel here and I want to use it for my own consumption, I don't really want to connect it to there, do I? Because what we'll have to do is build a distribution office and move it over if the tank becomes fuel. Actually, I've just had a sudden thought. One thing I do need up here is what we call it, a technical services office. And we're going to go for a big one because we're going to need to keep this road clear in the winter. So I think if we put you out here and we'll assign you to the road crew. Yeah, we're going to need to keep this road clear, and eventually when we're building out this way we're going to need it clear as well. Okay, we're down to 104 tons of crops here. Do I need another grain silo up here? I think I will plan one but not build it. Something, put one here. Can we put it? No, that's going to obstruct that. I might need that. If I put it there, as close to the road as possible, I'll assign you to the Drayton road crew. Bum, bum, bum. Right, you still got 124 tons in there. I think what I can do is take the, where's the road crew here? Right, we're going to need to flip these guys now. I'm going to take the small farm. I'm going to remove the small farm from here. Unload. Get ready for the harvest season. Crops overflow. Crops back up. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking, well, pretty good. Still got this silo here that I could build should I need it. How busy are you, road crew? You've got literally 2 small roads. Do I risk it? Actually, I think what I might do is give you some jobs in here. I mean, we still haven't got everything finished here. In fact, I wouldn't mind doing that road there. You should pick those up automatically. Yep. Okay. Right, dump truck. You are no longer required here. You can go back to there, work on the road crew. And what we can do now is remove the aggregate requirement from here if it hasn't already been. Yep. Where is it? And we can move the rail construction office from there. So that now gives us a permanent connection to here. So we've now finished that line there, and we're now building this line, which is exactly the line that I want to build. We've got this being built, and we can start thinking about building this. Of course, the first thing we're going to need to get is the power connection to here, and then we can build out this. And of course, what we do need to do is build all the rail track down to here. And of course, the other thing I'm going to need to do is save up the money. Oh, we're going to have to build back this as well, aren't we? Okay, let me just sign this, because we can now spin back, loop back, and actually do this. So let me tell it to... Oops, got a fire. Every time one of these fires comes up, I'm expecting it to burn way out to the west there. Ah. Come on, guys. You can't... Don't let me burn that down. I can't afford to lose this. My whole economy will collapse. Okay. Okay. They're getting there. Wow. Yeah, if I'd lost this, my power station would have failed. Then I would have been in real trouble. And we're building these roads out quite nicely. In fact, we've finished. Is this road finished? It's difficult to tell. Yeah, because we're building this one. So what we can do now is connect you and you to get that oil refinery connected. I think there's also a potential footpath here, isn't it? Ah. We could build the footpath there, but we'll build the roads first. And we've got the bus station here. That's looking good. Right, we've now started the harvest. We've only got the 2 covered trucks, so I think what we're going to do is get as many of these signed as possible. Okay. I think we're going to have to invest in some extra trucks here. Let's get another 2 of those. Of course, at the moment there's no signal, so this little truck can decide which way it wants to go round, but eventually we will have to start signalling up this area here. And of course what we're going to need to do is build this eventually as well once this road is in. And we couldn't build this. How much is this? 11 tons of steel. Let's see how busy my... You've got absolutely no jobs at all. I think what we will do is assign this to this road group. Get this built, so we can, because to begin with what we can do is import the oil into here, pick it up with trucks, and then move it over to the oil refinery over here. If I can find the oil refinery, where is it? It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Actually, how much we got for fuel? Yeah. I mean, if the trucks don't, even if the trucks have to queue at the tank here, that's going to be a shorter queue than actually having to queue up here. So that's the thought process. And I've just noticed the time. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're going to carry on this process of getting everything built around here, because I think that's going to be really fundamental to get my economy up and running. And then once we've got the oil connection done, we will then work on the delivering to the steel mill. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.